What's up, guys? Theo here, coming to you with a prediction for Serhiy Sidey versus Ramon Taveras. So right now, Serhiy Sidey is a minus 195 favorite. The comeback on Ramon Taveras is plus 145 on DraftKings. Guys, I like Serhiy Sidey here, and I already went ahead and I put him in a parlay with Movsar. That's going to be in the Bet MMA tips. I put 0.5 units on that parlay, Movsar and Serhiy to win. And the reason that I like Serhiy Sidey here is honestly pretty simple. We already saw this fight play out on the feet for half a round, and we saw Serhiy knock Taveras out. So the fight was stopped a little bit prematurely, and that has resulted in this being a rematch. Dana didn't really like the stoppage. I didn't think it was too bad of a stoppage. It was quick, no doubt about that. But I think a lot of people are kind of spooked on this fight because of, when you're a gambler, you've been following the UFC a long time, there's been no shortage of times where you think that you see a really easy spot that is obvious, you know what's going to happen, and then the exact opposite ends up happening, ends up flipping and biting you in the ass. A la Peter Yan, Aljamain Sterling 2, where everyone expected Peter Yan to just win and rectify the fact that they knew he had won the first fight, and then Aljamain goes out and backpacks him and wins. So a lot of gamblers have kind of seen fights like that happen many times and been burned by them because, they say fights never go the same way twice. So I think there's a little bit of fear, uncertainty, doubt, a little bit of FUD going on right now about Serhiy Sidey. People kind of seem to have it in their head that was like luck. He got lucky and just got a flash knockout, but that's not really what I saw when I was watching the fight. I went back and watched it, and I didn't really see anything from Ramon Taveras that would lead me to believe that he was winning that fight up until that point, or that he was doing well. When I watched the fight, he kind of stands there and he basically played exactly into Serhiy's hand. He sat there and just tried to box him, and Serhiy had better combinations, better output, and just looked more comfortable on the feet, man. So I don't really see any reason to pick Ramon Taveras here other than you're just taking a flyer on him because you think maybe the universe is going to try to screw you out of a spot here. This is the definition of a FUD bet if you're betting on Ramon Taveras, because ultimately there's nothing you could possibly be seeing on tape that would make you think that Ramon Taveras would win here. I mean, Serhiy was the favorite when the fight initially happened on Contender Series anyway. So even before this, based on all the tape, the bookies did not think Ramon Taveras was going to win this fight. And now they see him get knocked out, and all of a sudden you got people left and right picking Ramon Taveras. The reason they're picking Ramon Taveras, guys, is because they've seen as gamblers over a long period of time that if they try to take easy spots and spots that seem like they should be confident locks, it usually ends up blowing up in your face. I try not to make bets based on fear like that. I try to make logical bets. And to me, when I go back and I watch the Serhiy Sidey and the Ramon Taveras fight, I see Serhiy being a looser, better striker on the feet, and ultimately, he's got more power. He found Ramon Taveras' chin and dropped him. Even if you think that was an early stoppage, I mean, are you going to sit there and argue that Serhiy managed to drop Ramon? You can't argue that. We saw it on tape. He got to his chin first, so maybe you think that was just like a luck of the draw thing, but I don't see what you would be basing that information off of. I've seen some people picking Ramon and saying, well, he knows what not to do this time. Guys, it's a fight. They ain't going to let him run in circles around each other. They're going to have to engage each other, and we've already seen what happens when they engage. Serhiy knocked him out. So give me Serhiy Sidey, man. I like him quite a bit here. I think he's undervalued based on what we know about these two fighters so far, given the fact that people are just a little bit spooked about this matchup because they get spooked about this type of thing in the UFC in general. I think based on what I saw from Serhiy, not only in the fight and also just from him in his interviews and stuff like that, he seems incredibly grateful, man. He seems very tuned in. He seems like he wants to be there. I don't sense any kind of hesitation or disbelief in him or insecurity or anything like that that would lead me to believe that he's going to get in his own head and fuck this up somehow when we've already seen him skill for skill kind of beat the other guy. I mean, you have to go with Serhiy Sidey, guys. I don't think minus 195 is honestly too bad of a line for him. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of value there, so I went ahead and parlayed him. That's in the Bet MMA tips, guys. Give me Serhiy Sidey to win here all day. keep it locked in, guys. Coming with main card breakdowns later before Saturday.